Okay, guys. I believe that we are live. Okay, let's make the presentation if it hasn't been done yet. Okay, very good. I'm ready, preparing the desk, the monitor, and everything. Then I will zoom in. Yeah. Okay, here we go. That's the mouse. Beautiful mouse. Proud, brave, and this and that. Okay, and so I'm going to do two things today. First is regarding composition. I think this is a bit too bright. So yesterday I did the NMM here. It's both NMM OSL because in fact, so I have the purple light from this angle, but this is metallic. So, but here I find it too. When I take a picture, you see, here is a bit too bright. And I want this area to be the brightest, and so I will glaze with this to begin, to try and tame it. And in fact, I have different options. Yes, I have these three options for the glazing down. This is purple, dark purple. This is kind of a very blue purple, and this is just some kind of dark blue, but pretty faded. And so that's great. And after that, I will take care of the ears, because you see here I did it quickly, but I need to, have something. Look here, it's not really done well, and so I will take care of it. I will start by shaking this because I can see. Okay, like this. Okay, put some on my palette, and then I will glaze that on the area of interest. Up a little bit, and I will take this to glaze. Don't need a fancy brush for that. Here we go. Can you see well? Yeah, now you can, I guess. And so let's go. I go over the whole thing because the paint is not powerful, so, and I get a smoother application. And so I'll wait for it to dry, and in the meantime I'll do the ears straight away. I'll do one like this, and then the ear, and then when it's dry I come back here, and that's how I will be able to do the two parts at the same time. So for the ears, I'm taking these two colors from Vallejo. So I have the Vallejo paint, so I used the Vallejo, although recently I've been preferring AK. So that's the highest light, and that would be the dark. And so the transition gives me that kind of pink, purple pink. And so I'm just marking my highlight here. I think I will have something here as a highlight. I do the highlight first because it's always easier to blend back to the dark. And so I first define my highlight area strongly. And then it's interesting because here this you can see the NMM. So in fact there is no blending at all on my ring here. Funny. The thing is, yeah, if you try to paint NMM or anything, and you go for, a realistic look, it will look slightly disappointing on your miniature. And the reason is that You see, there is nothing really fancy here on my ring. No secondary lights. Well, in fact, yeah, there is some here, but you have to exaggerate on the miniature. So it's good to have a reference of how it is in real, but it should not be the hindrance. Let me check. Yeah, here should get some light. Okay. Because ultimately it's a rule of cool, and you know, just paint something that looks cool, and that does not defy the rules, so it can be accepted, but it doesn't have to be exactly according to observable reality, because sometimes it's wonderful what nature does and stuff. Sometimes it's just a bit boring on a miniature, so no worries. So I think it's all of a sudden it's just more alive now that there is more light in the ear, especially that it's facing the sun. Looks more like an ear indeed. That's good news because, well, it is an ear. And so now I'm kind of glazing this pink inside, reinforcing the areas of light. Oops, yeah, I don't want it to become a wash and fall in the recesses. Okay. And now I have very a real difference between the left and the right. You see, the right, I will tend to stay in that range of value that I have now, but on the left, yeah, it was necessary to go up. Maybe I'm good here. I think, yeah, this glaze had a great effect. I will add a bit of saturation with amethyst blue from AK, a glaze like this, and then I won't touch it until I take a picture, because it's hard to see sometimes with the eyes, but with the picture, all of a sudden, it's a lot easier to work on the composition. So well diluted. It should be kind of a big wash, but not that much water on it. And so I go up to the recesses here. Can work a little bit while it's dry, but then I let it dry and I don't touch it. And I think I'm getting somewhere interesting. The first coat of the stellar, what is it? Starship steel really tamed that reflection down, and now just reasserting the vibrance. I think I hit it just perfectly, but let's see the pictures later. I think it looks brighter on the picture. So that's why. Okay, let's continue with the ears. I bring a little bit of purple in the mix. I'll start to glaze it down. So yeah, I want this area here to be a bit darker, to have the highlight, the highest light down here, like a croissant, yeah, crescent of light here. So this is really pure glazing, kind of just painting like this, painting like nothing really matters, not being very precise and stuff, but I think it's all right. A bit of light here. Oh, I have to be very careful here not to touch the shield. Try not to touch anything, in fact. Okay. Oh, I think it's pretty lovely, and you see it's very smooth now. A lot smoother. Well, not very smooth, but a lot smoother. And you see you have this effect that this is hit by the sunlight, which is exactly what we want, so that's good. Let me check. Here, what do we have? A bit of, can I get rid of it? No. Okay, I have to paint over it once the inside of the ear is finished. I have a bit here on the side, you see this? Certainly when I was painting the shield, I did this. I'm inspecting right now, inspecting that nothing is out of place. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Now I'll be glazing down again. Every time adding a bit of purple to push that color down and down. And now I'm very diluted. So touching a bit of everything, so you see I have consistency in the colors, and I kind of blend the whole thing. Hello, my love. What, man? How am I your love? This is this is a mistake. But hello either way, right? So you see with my glaze consistency, I'm retouching up these areas pretty quickly, the areas I want to darken. And I get pretty nice blends, and it's very quick. Like this. Oh, sorry, out of frame. So I'm focusing on it here, although I have a bit of highlights as well. Okay, and now I will come back with a lighter version of paint and redo the highlight where I want them. So I want them here, something pretty light. Hello Fire Angel, that's a lot better. Thank you. Proper greetings. Okay. What's inside the painting of a miniature? What is inside the painting of a miniature? Can you elaborate the question, please? I'm not sure I have quite understood what you meant. Sorry about that. But what do you mean? The idea, the or artistic process, or do you mean the inside the paints, or inside the miniature? Like how is the miniature made? I don't know. Sorry, what you mean. I think I have lead-based paints. Not at all. This is acrylic paint, and so acrylic paint, they're not toxic. I would not eat them, but yeah, although yeah, the miniature is made the ideology and its artistic meaning. What is its heart? Okay, the ideology. This is funny. The ideology, I think, it depends on the painter. So some painters would like to depict something that is realistic. Some painters would work more on the precision and the blends, and some other would be more on the composition, the artistry, the how to say when it's abstract. Yes, the abstraction. So the ideology, there is no like ideology like you'd see in political meaning, to represent or to stand for a cause. Well, of course, some people do that, but yeah, for me, it's creating worlds, and it's about conveying a story and emotions. All right, so what do you feel when you look at this guy, and what do you feel could be driven by how you perceive his characteristics, the environment, and that would be so Heavenly Dragon. I am from France, indeed, français. Before I started the live, I was printing some miniatures. So this is 3D printed. Oh my god, I just hate it. So I'm really happy to get back to the painting. Still want to visit maybe someday. International travel is so expensive. Wow, international travel. I think maybe 10, 15 years ago, I think was maybe the most affordable time for international travel. But now you're right. It just got back to something very expensive and pretty elite. It's true. He looks like a young warrior mouse. He has experience, but he hasn't become grizzled by time in battle yet. Ah, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so of course, yeah, I want him to convey some hope, and he's somewhat young, and he has experience. For me, he's not a warrior in battle. He's more of a protector in the everyday life. And so he would come and rescue people who needs it. A kind of a hero, but not superhero, but also just, I don't know, something, you know, if you go in medieval setting and you have the knights, they would, you know, take a vow to do good. And I think that's something like this. That's how I see him. Like Jon Snow early on. I'm not a connoisseur enough about the lore to, you know, to have to be able to make the comparison with Jon Snow, because I think Jon Snow is a good fighter, right? So well, yeah, okay. So he's a good the mouse here is a good fighter as well, so could work. Yeah. Also, I think Jon Snow wants to do good. If that's, you know, my understanding. And so something very interesting here. I'm doing something pretty simple, and I'm not really aiming for perfection or anything, but I like this painting process, which is pretty relaxed. Putting some paint where I feel it should go, and doing some nice blends along the way. Jon Snow was formerly trained by knights and such, but in the beginning of Game of Thrones, that's all he has is training, you know? Yeah, but I think this guy, he lives in a time of, you know, I would not say peace, because every day there are troubles, but I don't see him enroll in an army to fight a battle. Maybe I'm wrong, but I picture his world as too chaotic to even have organized armies. Villains that would pop here and there, yes. Kind of like monsters and you know, that would come and disrupt the peace, yes. But you know, I think I don't want to say too much about it, because also it's part of, you know, everyone would bring the story he wants to the guy. So, you know, I think I just want to bring enough that everybody has some material to, you know, to dream about it. Something like this. So I think it was not very long, really, this what I'm doing here, but it helped clean the mini by a big margin. So the ear got a nice blend here. Let me check. I have the feeling I had some paint outside of the ear, so let me check. Please allow me to check. Seems to be all right. Especially careful about the shield here. I don't want to redo it. The outside of the ear, yeah, I expect to get a bit of. You know what? I think I will shade a bit. Let me check. Okay, so I take a darker shade of purple. It's not super dark. It's more of a mid-tone, because this is very exposed. Oh yeah, it's still darker here. We can see it. Okay, interesting. Again. So it's all about the ear today. But I'm keeping the rest for, oh, maybe it's a bit too strong here. Keeping the sword here and the gem for the end, and then the eyes. But overall, I'm almost done with this guy, which is great. Because that's, you know, happy to start, happy to continue, happy to finish. Everything is good times. Yeah, here we go. Now I'm going with pure, it's like old rose, I believe. Yes, this. And I think I will even highlight it further to add a bit of punch. Just here and there. Okay, before the final highlights, I will rework the shadows. You see at the bottom, there is a line here that I would need to have darker. Okay, something like this. Okay, and so pretty, I need here a thicker consistency, but also I want something, you know, pretty smooth, not too strong. Take a mid-tone, so in between. I will blend this here. And here as well. Okay. Oh. Sorry for the camera shake. Let me check what is good and what is wrong here. What is right and what is wrong. This, yeah, more. Have to be careful. It's hard to get the best angle here to hit exactly what I need to hit. Okay, I think it's cool. Got a nice direction highlight here. And I will go even further. Before that, I will take, let me check, try to take a dark paint. Let me think. If I take this one, I will try to take this one, the amethyst blue. In fact, it's a pretty strong purple. I'm contemplating whether this or, oh yeah, it's strong enough. It's dark enough, sorry, I mean. I will have it 50-50 with the previous purple, so it's not too crazy. Okay. So you see here, slightly darker. And I will have it, I think I have to be sparse with it. It's easy to, you know, get, maybe here. Oh yeah, nice. I got a nice shape here of the ear. Let's try more water. Just glaze very, very gently this area here. Whoops. Okay. I'll continue the work here inside, glazing to the dark. Oh yeah. Now I'm taking the pure amethyst blue, which is pretty dark, water down, and I will check which area I have to, before I refine the glaze to finalize the composition, I have to really check the highest contrast. Okay, that should be the darkest, I believe. And then I will rework the highlights back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and that's how we do it. Lucifer, hi, how are you doing? So I'm maintaining a bit of suspense here. You see, I'm painting the ears, refining the ears. It was a bit dirty, and so I'm getting here in there to refine it. Before I do, you know, that the sword. Tired but okay. And you, oh well, I did some 3D printing just before the painting session, and I hated it. It's not the first time, so I'm quite experienced with 3D printing, but I really dislike it. So I'm really happy here to get painting. Trying to be careful not to get the paint where I don't want it to go. Sometimes I feel like I touch some other areas, so a bit concerned, but I think that's all right. It's just a feeling that I've touched. I haven't really touched. I'm a bit paranoid. Okay, so now I more or less have my values. It's just about refining more and more. Okay, I wait for it to dry. I will come back on that highlight. Okay. First times are always scary, no matter what. Will you add the use look refine the end after getting all paint? Because I want this guy to be pretty. I was talking about it just earlier in the live. This guy brings hope, and he's kind of a hero. He's not doing war, but he's helping people in his little world, and I want him to have this, feel that he's not he's doing hard stuff, but himself is he's just he brings good stuff, and so he has well-maintained equipment, and okay, trying to really refine a little bit. And so he's bright and shiny and vivid colors, and not weathering, no grim dark, nothing like this. So I'll wait for it to dry before I glaze again. And now that it has to be pretty precise, it's hard to talk while doing it, so I hope you can appreciate just the concentration. That makes sense. I think you should give him, if you make a panorama companion, maybe all the fierce looking mouse. So here will be in a diorama, and they will. I keep the surprise. So now my pace is slower when I paint, because I have to be careful, because now each brush stroke affects the whole work that has been done, and I don't want to be redoing the blends and the things 1,000 times. But here I think it's pretty cool. Okay, can't wait to see the end of this journey. Yeah, me too. I liked. I was asked just a moment ago, the inspiration or the ideology or the meaning of this painting the miniature, and just to seeing my visions, creating my visions, and giving it a body, tangible, craft it into material so that I can share the vision. This is that's why I do it. Okay, I think I will now add some punch to the highlight. Should I do it? No, I think maybe like this is all right, because I want the face to be the lightest. If I add some punch like this, it feels like it needs it though. So yeah, I think I will add some. Let me check the paint. Exactly, some ivory here mixed with that. Maybe just a little bit to push that. So let me add that to my palette. Ivory, so it has a touch of yellow, so it adds a bit of warmth. That's why you always hear, oh, don't highlight with the white, which I do sometimes. Just but here, because it's in the sun, I think it needs that tiny bit of warmth. Okay. So I'm adding that on my palette right now, and it's off camera. Just need you to have this tiny bit of patience. Okay. Okay, it was in fact a tiny bit. I think it's perfect. Yes. Okay, very good. And let me check. Yeah, I will add it just at the bottom and the top here. Very selective areas. And also thin down quite a bit. Okay, let's do it. Was a bit too diluted, but I would rather have something that is too diluted than not enough. Let's do it again. I think this should be a lot stronger, maybe too strong, but that's the game. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Okay, pushing the highlight and up here as well. Oh yeah, I think it is definitely affecting the... Oh, I think it's quite perfect. Well, I mean, you know, the execution can be cleaner, but I mean, just the highlighting touch, just what I needed. Not saying that my painting is perfect, just that, yeah, I think that's exactly about that. Not overtaking the... You see, it has added a bit of magic, this highlight, isn't it? A bit of fantasy that also goes all around with this miniature. And let me look at it through the camera. Yeah. Cool. That's not obnoxious, just what it needs, and it has a good amount of contrast, good definition. I'll see later if I need more blending, but you know, like this seems to me it's all right. Yeah, let me check if I have any spots. No, okay. Yeah, I think what I will have left to do, I will have to do this a little bit, although, yeah, okay. Maybe not now. I think it's been just about an hour of live, and I think I will end it here. I will take a break, and then, yeah, I may do this after the break off camera. So guys, hope you enjoyed it. I think, yeah, the more areas I refine on this miniature, the better it looks. So even though, you know, we could argue it was already pretty good, I think it's, if you're willing to just rework the miniature, especially I had not finished it, and so now that I'm a bit better, I have new techniques that I'm more comfortable with. I just apply it to the paint job to redo some areas. Yeah, here we go. Yes, have a great day. See you next time, maybe. Yeah, see you next time, Lucifer. Guys, if some of you haven't subscribed yet and you like what you've seen, you're very welcome to subscribe and ride along the channel, especially if it's on the long term. You know, some people they would subscribe and unsubscribe right after, which is a bit heartbreaking, wondering what I've done wrong. And so, you know, if it's too early for you to subscribe, just don't subscribe. It's okay. You can check the long form videos, the short as well. Yeah, then you decide. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you next time.